The alarm rang loud across the space station. Red lights flashed in every room. Admiral Taeho Choi walked fast through the metal halls. His boots made sharp sounds on the floor. He looked angry and worried. "How many are dead now?" asked his helper. 327, sir, the young man said. "The creature killed 40 more yesterday." Admiral Choi stopped walking. He put his hand on his forehead. 300 dead. The number kept growing every day. The thing on planet Kepler-4 for 2b was killing everyone who got close to it. "What about the Zephyrians?" he asked. "Their mind readers were supposed to stop it. All dead, sir."
Ow.
The creature crushed their ship like paper. Admiral Choi felt sick. The Zephyrians had the best mind powers in the galaxy. If they could not stop this thing, what could? He walked into the main meeting room. Dr. Soman Lee was waiting for him. She looked tired. Her white coat was dirty from working too much. "Dr. Lee," the Admiral said, "I need answers now." Dr. Lee looked at her notes. "Sir, we have tried. Everything. The Korthok warriors sent their best fighters. Creature killed them all. The Nexus Empire used their plasma weapons. Nothing worked. Then what do you suggest?" Admiral Choi hit the table with his fist. "That thing is sitting on the richest mining planet in this sector. We need those minerals for the war effort." Dr. Lee was quiet for a moment. She looked at her computer screen. There was a picture of a young woman with black hair. "There is one person we have not tried," she said slowly. "Who?" "Anna Kim. She works in my lab. She studies how dangerous animals think." Admiral Choi looked at the picture. The woman looked normal. Nothing special about her. "What makes her different? She has strange ideas about talking to alien creatures? Most people think her ideas are crazy, but ... But what?" "She might be our only chance." Admiral Choi read Hannah's file on the screen. Age 28. Good grades in school, but no real experience with dangerous missions. Her reports talked about understanding animals instead of fighting them. "This woman looks weak," he said. "The creature killed trained warriors. What can she do?" Dr. Lee took a deep breath. "Monsieur, we have tried force, we have tried weapons, we've tried mind control. Nothing works. Maybe we need to try something different." "Like what?" "Like understanding what the creature wants." Admiral Choi laughed, but it was not a happy laugh. "You want me to send a lab worker to talk to a monster, so she might see something we missed? Her ideas about animal behavior are ... unusual. ... Admiral looked at the picture again. Hannah Kim had kind eyes. She looked like someone who cared about things. But she also looked soft, not like a fighter. "She willing to go?" he asked. "We have not asked her yet. Why not?" Dr. Lee looked uncomfortable, because we all think she will die. Admiral Choi understood. They wanted to send someone they could lose. Someone who would not be missed if the mission failed. Hannah Kim was expendable. "Call her," he said. Hannah Kim was looking at pictures of space animals when her computer beeped. She saw Dr. Lee's face on the screen. "Hannah, come to meeting room 7. Now, Hannah felt worried. Dr. Lee sounded serious. Had she done something wrong? She walked through the station halls. Other scientists looked at her strangely. Some whispered to each other when she passed. This made her more worried. Meeting room 7 was big and important. Hannah had never been inside before. When she entered, she saw Admiral Choi sitting at the head of a long table. Dr. Lee sat next to him. "Sit down, Miss Kim," the Admiral said. Hannah sat in a chair. It felt too big for her. She looked at the Admiral. He had hard eyes and many medals on his uniform. "Do you know about the situation on Kepler-4 4-B?" he asked. "Yes, sir. The creature that is killing people. We want you to go there." Hannah's heart started beating fast. "Sir, you study dangerous animals? You need someone to figure out how to stop this thing." Hannah looked at Dr. Lee. Her boss would not meet her eyes. "What happened to the other teams?" Hannah asked. "They died," Admiral Choi said simply. "All of them." The room was quiet. Hannah felt cold. They were asking her to go where trained fighters had died, where mind readers had failed, where the best weapons in the galaxy had not worked. "What do you want me to do?" she asked. "Find a way. To stop the creature, or at least understand it. Hannah thought about the reports she had read. The creature was huge. It had killed hundreds of people. It destroyed everything that came near it, but there was something strange about the attack. Reports. The creature never attacked first. It always waited. It only fought when others came close to certain areas. "Can I see all the attack records?" she asked. Dr. Lee looked surprised. "You want to study them?" "Yes, I need to understand the pattern."
Admiral.
Choi leaned forward. "What pattern? Animals always have reasons for what they do, even dangerous ones. If I can find the reason, maybe I can find a solution." The Admiral looked at Dr. Lee. She nodded slowly. "Very well," he said. "You have 24 hours to prepare. Captain Daewon Park will take you to the planet." Hannah felt scared, but also excited. This was her chance to prove her theories were right. Maybe she could save lives. Maybe she could show everyone that understanding was better than fighting. "Thank you, sir," she said. As she left the room, she heard Dr. Lee talking quietly too. The Admiral. "She is brave," Dr. Lee said. "She is expendable," the Admiral replied. Hannah pretended not to hear, but the words hurt. She knew what they really thought. She was not their best choice. She was their last choice. The person they could afford to lose. But maybe that was exactly what made her the right person for this job. She had nothing to lose and everything too. Prove the creature on Kepler 4 for 2B was waiting. Soon Hannah would meet it face to face. The spaceship was cold and dark. Hannah sat in a corner seat, holding her research tablet. She had been reading for 6 hours straight. Her eyes hurt, but she could not stop. Captain Daewon Park walked over to her. He was a big man with scars on. His uniform was covered with medals from many battles. "Still reading?"
Yes.
"Yes, sir." "What do you think you will find that the others missed?" Hannah looked up at him. "I do not know yet, but there has to be something." Captain Park shook his head. "The Korthok sent their best warriors. These are fighters who have never lost a battle. The creature killed them in 10 minutes. "What about the Zephyrians?" Hannah asked. "Mind readers? They can control thoughts and feelings? The creature crushed their ship before they could use their powers? And the Nexus Empire? They used plasma. Weapons that can destroy mountains. The creature did not even get hurt." Hannah went back to her tablet. She was looking at videos of the attacks. The creature was huge, as tall as a building. It had 6 eyes and skin that changed colors. When it moved, the ground shook. "Captain," she said, "can you show me where the creature attacked?"
Captain.
Park touched his wrist computer. A map appeared on the wall. Red dots showed where the creature had killed people. Hannah studied the map. There were 12 red dots. But they were not random. They formed a pattern around certain areas of the planet. "What are those areas?" she asked, pointing to the places surrounded by red dots. "Old ruins. The planet used to have life on it, but that was thousands of years ago. Nothing there now except broken stones." Hannah felt excited. The creature is protecting those places. "What? Look at the pattern. It only attacks when people get close to the ruins. It is guarding them." Captain Park looked at the map again. "That is crazy. It is just an animal." "No," Hannah said. "Animals do not guard things unless they are important. Food, babies, territory. These ruins mean something to the creature." She went back to her tablet. She found the first attack report. A mining team had landed near the biggest ruins. They started setting up equipment. The creature appeared and killed them all. The second attack was the same. Scientists tried to study the ruins. The creature stopped them. Every attack was the same story. People came near the ruins. Creature killed them. "It is not randomly attacking," Hannah said. "It is defending something." Young engineer Ji Woo Nam came over to them. He was carrying a food tray. "Miss Kim, you should eat something," he said kindly. "Thank you." Hannah took the food, but did not eat. "Ji Woo, you read my research papers, right?" "Yes, ma'am." "I found them. Very interesting." Captain Park made a rude sound. "Interesting, but useless." Ji Woo looked angry. "Sir, with respect, Miss Kim's work on predator behavior is very advanced. She understands things that others miss." "Like what?" "Like the fact that dangerous animals are usually afraid, not angry. They attack because they feel threatened." Hannah smiled at Ji Woo. He was the only person who understood her work. That is right, she said. Fear makes animals more dangerous than anger. So you think this creature is afraid? Captain Park asked. Think it is protecting something it cares about. The ship's computer made a beeping sound. They were getting close to the planet. Get ready, Captain Park said. We land in 1 hour. Hannah looked out the window. Kepler 442b was a brown planet with no oceans. It looked dead and lonely. But somewhere down there, the creature was waiting. She thought about her conversation with Dr. Lee before leaving the station. Hannah, Dr. Lee had said, we are not sending you because we think you will succeed. I know. We are sending you because we can afford to lose you. The words had hurt, but Hannah understood. She was not a warrior or a mind reader. She was just a scientist who studied animals. But maybe that was enough. The landing was rough. Planet's air was thin but breathable. Hannah put on a light spacesuit and followed Captain Park outside. The ground was covered with red dust. In the distance, she could see the broken ruins of an ancient city. The stones were black and smooth, like they had been melted by great heat. The creature was last seen near those ruins, Captain Park said. We will set up camp here and wait. Wait for what? For it to come and kill us? Hannah walked toward the ruins. Captain Park grabbed her arm. Where are you going? To look at what the creature is protecting. That is dangerous. Everything about this mission is dangerous. Captain Park let her go. He knew she was right. Hannah walked slowly through the ruins. The stones were covered with strange symbols. It looked like writing, but not like any language she knew. She found pieces of metal and glass. They were not human or from any known alien race. This was something older, something that had lived here long before any of them existed. Captain, she called, come look at this. Captain Park came over. Hannah was looking at a large stone circle. Inside the circle were smaller stones arranged in a pattern. It looks like a grave, she said. A what? Place where people bury their dead? Every intelligent species has them. Captain Park looked around. There were many stone circles in the ruins. Dozens of them. You think this is a cemetery? He asked. I think this is where the creature's people are buried. It's people. The creature is not alone, or it was not always alone. These ruins are old, but not ancient. Someone built them. Someone lived here. Someone is buried here. What you think the creature is... ... Double quotes, the last one left. The only one still alive to guard the graves of its people. Captain Park was quiet for a long time. He looked at the stone circles with new eyes. If you are right, he said, then we have been trying to destroy something that is just trying to protect its family. Hannah nodded. And that makes it more dangerous. Not less. A creature protecting its family will fight to the death. The ground began to shake. In the distance, they heard a sound like thunder. It is coming, Captain Park said. Hannah looked toward the sound. She could see dust rising in the air. Something big was moving toward them. Get back to the ship, Captain Park ordered, but Hannah did not move. She stood among the gravestones and waited. The creature was coming. She was going to meet it. The ground shook harder. Dust fell from the broken stones around them. The sound was getting louder, like a mountain walking. Hannah, get back to the ship now, Captain Park shouted, but Hannah did not move. She stood in the center of the stone circles, looking toward the sound. I need to stay here, she said. You will die. Maybe, but running away will not solve anything. Captain Park grabbed his radio. All units prepare for contact. The creature is coming. His soldiers ran out of the ship, carried big guns and energy weapons. They formed a circle around Hannah and the ruins. Do not shoot unless I give the order, Captain Park said. Ah! Sir, why are we protecting her? One soldier asked. Because she might be our only chance to understand this thing. The shaking got worse. Small stones fell from the ruins. Then they saw it. The creature appeared from behind a hill. It was huge, taller than their ship. Its body was covered in scales that looked like glass. The scales changed colors as it moved from red to blue to green. It had 6 eyes, each one bigger than a person. Its legs were thick like tree trunks. When it walked, its claws dug deep holes in the ground. Sweet mother of space, one soldier whispered. The creature stopped when it saw them. Its 6 eyes looked at the humans. The scales on its body turned, bright red, the color of anger. It knows we are here, Captain Park said. The creature's head turned toward the ruins. It saw the humans standing among the stone circles. The red color got brighter. It is angry because we are near the graves, Hannah said. How do you know? Look at its body language, the way it holds its head, the way it moves. It is protecting, something it cares about. The creature took a step forward. The ground shook so hard that one soldier fell down. Weapons ready, Captain Park said. No, Hannah said. Put the guns down. Are you crazy? The other teams failed because they tried to fight it. We need to try something different. Like what? Like showing it we are not a threat. The creature took another step. It was close enough now that they could see its breathing. Air came out of holes in its neck in big puffs. Put the weapons down, Hannah said again. I will not let my people die for your experiment, Captain Park said. The creature's eyes focused on the soldiers' guns. The red color on its scales got even. Brighter. It opened its mouth and made a sound like breaking glass. It is about to attack, Captain Park said. Fire. No, Hannah shouted, but it was too late. The soldiers fired their weapons. Blue energy beams hit the creature's scales. The beams bounced off like water hitting a rock. The creature roared. The sound was so loud that several humans fell to their knees. It raised one huge claw and brought it down toward the soldiers. But Hannah did something that surprised everyone. She ran forward. She ran toward the creature, not away from it. Anna, no. Captain Park shouted. She stopped right in front of the creature's claw. The claw was as big as a car. It could crush her in 1 second. But she did not try to run. She did not try to hide. She sat down. She sat down on the ground, right in front of the monster. She crossed her legs and put her hands on her knees. She looked up at the creature's 6 eyes. The creature stopped moving. Its claw was still raised above her, but it did not bring it down. What is she doing? A soldier asked. I think she is trying to talk to it, Ji Woo said. He had come out of the ship to watch. Hannah looked at the creature's eyes. Angry eyes? They were sad eyes. Lonely eyes. Hello, she said softly. I am Hannah. I am not here to hurt you. The creature's head moved closer to her. She could feel its breath on her face. It was warm and smelled like flowers. I know you are protecting your family, she said. I know these are their graves. Creature's scales began to change color. The red was fading. Blue and green colors appeared. She is right, Ji Woo whispered. Look at its body language. It is calming down. Hannah slowly reached into her pocket. She pulled out her tablet. On the screen were the videos of the creature's attacks. I watched these videos, she said to the creature. I saw the pattern. You only attack when people come near the graves. You are a good guardian. The creature's eyes looked at the tablet. Then they looked back at Hannah. You have been alone for a long time, she said. I can see it in your eyes. You are the last one, are you not? The creature made a soft sound, not angry this time. Sad. I understand, Hannah said. I am alone too. Sometimes people do not understand me. They think my ideas are strange. The creature's scales turned to soft blue and purple colors. It lowered its claw to the ground. I do not want to hurt your family's graves, Hannah said. I want to understand them. Will you let me? The creature stared at her for a long time. Its 6 eyes seemed to look into her soul. Then something amazing happened. The creature's claw moved toward her, but not to attack. It moved very slowly, very gently. Hannah, get back, Captain Park shouted. But Hannah did not move. She watched the huge claw come closer. When it was near her face, she did something that made everyone hold their breath. She reached out and touched it. Her small human hand touched the creature's claw. The claw was warm and smooth. As soon as they touched, something happened. Images flashed in Hannah's mind. She saw the creature's memories. She saw a beautiful city full of beings like the creature. She saw families and children. She saw love and happiness. Then she saw the end. She saw the city dying. She saw the creature's people getting sick and dying one by one. She saw the creature alone, burying its family, its friends, its children. She saw 1,000 years of loneliness. Tears ran down Hannah's face. The creature saw the tears, made a soft sound, like a mother comforting a child. "I am sorry," Hannah whispered. "I am so sorry you have been alone." The creature's scales turned to soft gold and silver colors. It had not shown these colors before. They were the colors of peace. "She did it," Jiwoo said in amazement. "She actually did it." Captain Park lowered his weapon. His soldiers did the same. They all stared at the small human woman sitting peacefully with the giant creature. "How?" Captain Park asked. "She understood what it needed," Jiwoo said. "Not to be fought, not to be conquered, just to be understood." Hannah looked up at the creature's eyes. In them, she saw intelligence. She saw wisdom. She saw a being that had loved and lost everything. "What is your name?" Touched her mind gently. In her thoughts, she heard a word. It was not a human word, but she understood its meaning. "Keeper," she said. "You are the keeper of memory." The creature nodded its great head, the first time in 1,000 years. It was not alone. The connection between Hannah and the keeper grew stronger. More images flowed into her mind. She saw the planet as it used to be, green and beautiful, with crystal cities and floating gardens. "Your people were amazing," she said softly. The keeper made a low, humming sound. Its scales showed pictures now like a living movie screen. Hannah saw the keeper's people building, learning, loving. They were not warriors. They were artists and builders. "What happened to them?" she asked. New images came. Sickness that spread through the cities. The keeper's people trying to cure it. They were smart, but not smart enough. One by one, they died. "A plague," Hannah whispered. "Your whole species died from a plague." The keeper's eyes closed in pain. Its scales turned dark blue, the color of grief. "But you survived," Hannah said. "Why?" More images. The keeper was different from the others, stronger. The sickness could not kill it. It watched everyone it loved die. Then it was alone. "You have been guarding their graves for 1,000 years, Hannah said. The keeper nodded. Its claw gently touched the nearest stone circle. Inside were the bones of its family. Captain Park walked closer. He moved very slowly, keeping his hands where the keeper could see them. "Miss Kim," he said quietly, "can you ask it about the mining teams?" Hannah looked at the keeper. "The humans who came before, why did you kill them?" The keeper's scales flashed red, then calmed to blue. New images came to Hannah's mind. She saw the mining teams landing near the graves. She saw them setting up big machines. She saw them digging. "They were digging up the graves," Hannah said. "They did not know what they were doing, but they were. Destroying the burial sites." "We had no idea," Captain Park said. "The scanner showed mineral deposits, but we did not know about the graves." The keeper heard Captain Park's voice. It looked at him with its 6 eyes. The man felt very small. "I'd understand some of our language," Hannah said. "What?" "It has been listening to the humans who came before. Can it speak to us?" "Not with words. It can share thoughts and feelings. It is very intelligent." Giwoo came over with his computer. "Miss Kim, I have been scanning the area. The mineral deposits are all around the burial sites. To mine them, we would have to destroy the graves." The keeper's scales turned red again. It had heard Jiwoo's words. "It is okay," Hannah said to the keeper. "We will not hurt the graves. We understand now." The red color faded. The keeper touched Hannah's mind again. This time, she saw something new. The keeper showed her the deep caves under the planet. There were minerals there too, even richer than the surface deposits. "It is showing me something," Hannah said. "There are caves underground, full of minerals, more than we could find on the surface." "Where?" Captain Park asked. The keeper lifted one claw and pointed to a mountain in the distance. Then it shared more images. Maps of the cave system. Tunnels that went deep into the planet's core. "It is offering us a trade," Hannah said. "We can mine the caves. In exchange, we leave the graves alone." Why would it help us? Captain Park asked. The keeper touched Hannah's mind again. She saw herself sitting peacefully among the graves. She saw the keeper's loneliness fading for the first time in centuries. Because I showed it kindness, Hannah said. Because I did not try to hurt it. Because I understood. The keeper made a sound like singing. Scales showed beautiful colors, gold, silver, and rainbow patterns. It is happy, Ji Woo said in wonder. After all these years, it is happy. Captain. Park activated his radio. Admiral Choi, this is Captain Park. We have made contact with the creature. Are you under attack? The Admiral's voice crackled through the radio. No, sir. We are negotiating with a monster. Anna looked at the keeper. Monster. The word seemed so wrong now. This was not a monster. This was a being who had lost everything and spent 1,000 years protecting the memory of its people. Sir, Captain Park said, I need to report that the creature is not what we thought. It is intelligent. It has been protecting burial sites, and it is offering us a solution. There was silence on the radio. Then Admiral Choi spoke. Explain. The creature will let us mine in underground caves. The deposits there are larger than on the surface. In exchange, we leave the burial sites alone, and you trust this, creature? Captain Park looked at Hannah sitting peacefully with the keeper. Sir, I trust the person who made contact with it. More. Silence. Then, I am sending additional ships. Do not make any agreements until I arrive. Yes, sir. Bye. Captain Park turned off the radio. Hannah, can you ask the keeper to wait? More people are coming. The keeper already knew. It had heard the radio. Conversation. Its scales flickered with concern. It is worried, Hannah said. It thinks the other humans will try to hurt it. Not if I can help it, Captain Park said. You have changed everything, Miss Kim. The way we think about this creature. The way we think about first contact with alien species. I did not change anything, Hannah said. I just listened. The keeper touched her mind again. This time, it shared something different. Knowledge. The keeper's people had been great scientists. They had learned things about the universe that no other species knew. It wants to share its people's knowledge, Hannah said. Science, technology, medicine, things that could help all species. Why? Because it is tired of being alone. Because it wants its people's wisdom to live on. Giwoo sat down near them. Kim, do you realize what this means? This creature has 1,000 years of observations about the universe. Its people's science could advance all known species by centuries. The keeper's scale showed agreement. It wanted to teach. It wanted to share. It wanted its people's legacy to help others. But first, Hannah said, it needs to trust us. And it's to know we will not destroy what it has protected for so long. Captain Park nodded. Then we wait for the Admiral, and we hope he is smart enough to see what you have accomplished. The keeper settled down among the graves. Its great body curled around the stone circles like a protective wall. Its scales showed peaceful colors. For the first time in 1,000 years, the keeper was not alone. And for the first time in her life, Hannah felt like she had found her purpose. She was a bridge between species, a translator not just of words, but of hearts and minds. The real work was just beginning. 3 days later, Admiral Choi's ships arrived. Hannah watched them land from her place beside the keeper. The creature had not moved from the burial grounds. It stayed curled around the stone circles like a protective wall. Many ships, the keeper, said in Hannah's mind. Its voice was deep and sad. They are here to talk, not fight, Hannah said. I promise. But she was worried. Admiral Choi had brought 10 warships. It was too many for a peaceful meeting. The admiral walked out of his ship with 50 soldiers. They all carried big weapons. When they saw the keeper, many of them stepped back in fear. Miss Kim, Admiral Choi called. Step away from the creature. Its name is Keeper, Hannah said. She did not move, and I am safe here. But that thing killed 300 people. Those people were destroying its family's graves. It was protecting them. Admiral Choi came closer. Soldiers stayed behind him, weapons ready. The keeper's scales flickered from blue to orange, a warning color. It does not like the weapons, Hannah said. Can you ask your soldiers to put them down? I will not make my people defenseless. They are not defenseless. They have ships. They have numbers. The keeper is alone. The keeper made a low sound, not angry, but sad. Its scales showed the color of loneliness. Look at it, Hannah said. Really look. Does it look like a monster? To you, Admiral Choi stared at the keeper for a long time. He saw the gentle way it curved around the graves. He saw the sadness in its 6 eyes, saw intelligence, not animal rage. What does it want, he asked. To protect its people's memory, to share their knowledge, to not be alone anymore. Dr. Soman Lee came forward. She had arrived on the Admiral's ship. Hannah, is it true? About the knowledge? Yes, the Keeper's people. We're great scientists. They learn things no one else knows. What kind of things? The Keeper touched Hannah's mind. Images flowed. Medicines that could cure any disease, engines that could travel between stars in days, ways to grow food on dead planets. Medicine, Hannah said. Space travel, farming, technology that could help every species in the galaxy. Doctor, Lee's eyes went wide. This could change everything. It could, Hannah said, but only if we treat the Keeper with respect. Admiral Choi looked at the broken ruins around them. These graves, how many are there? Thousands, the Keeper said in Hannah's mind. My whole world is here. The whole planet is a cemetery, Hannah translated. Every city, every town. The Keeper's people are buried everywhere. Then we cannot mine here, Admiral Choi said. Some of his officers looked angry. Sir, we need those minerals for the war effort.
Out there
is another way, Hannah said. The Keeper showed me caves under the mountains. The minerals there are richer than anything on the surface, and it will let us mine there. Yes, in exchange for protecting the graves. Admiral Choi was quiet for a long time. He looked at his officers, at the Keeper, at Hannah sitting peacefully beside the giant creature. What guarantee do we have? He asked. How do we know it will not attack our miners? The Keeper stood up slowly. It was huge, taller than the Admiral's ship. Its scales turned bright gold. It walked to the nearest mountain and placed one claw. On the stone, the mountain began to shake. Then, with a sound like thunder, a cave opened in the mountainside. Inside the cave, crystals glowed with their own light. Even from far away, everyone could see the rich mineral deposits. It is showing us, Hannah said. This is its gift. The Keeper walked back to the graves and lay down again. Its message was clear. The mountains were for mining, the graves were for respecting. Incredible, Dr. Lee whispered. It opened that cave with its bare claws. The Keeper's people had a connection to this planet, Hannah said. They could shape stone and crystal. They built their cities by singing to the rocks. Giwu came forward with his computer. Admiral, I have been scanning the cave. The mineral deposits are 10 times richer than what we found on the surface. We could mine for 100 years and never run out. Admiral Choi made his decision. Very well. We accept the creature's terms, the Keeper, Hannah corrected. Accept. The Keeper's terms? The graves will be protected. We will mine only in the caves. The Keeper's scales turned to beautiful rainbow colors. It was the first time anyone had seen this pattern. It meant joy. There is one more thing, Hannah said. The Keeper wants to teach us. Share its people's knowledge, but it needs something in return. What company? It has been alone for 1,000 years. It wants to talk to people who are not afraid of it. You want to stay here? Admiral Choi asked. Someone should. The Keeper has so much to teach, and I have so much to learn. Dr. Lee stepped forward. Hannah, I volunteer to stay too. This could be the greatest scientific discovery in history, and I will stay, Jiwoo said. Someone needs to set up communication equipment between the planet and the fleet. Captain Park nodded. I will leave. A small team here, for protection and support. Admiral Choi looked around at all the volunteers. It's very well. But I want regular reports, and if there are any problems. There will not be, Hannah said. The keeper just wants to help. 6 months later, Hannah sat in her new research station built near the graves. The keeper lay nearby, its scales showing gentle blue and green colors. "The new medicine is working," Hannah said. "The plague that killed your people, we found a cure?" The keeper's scales brightened. Even though its people were gone, knowing that others would not suffer the same fate brought it peace. "And the farming technique you taught us is helping feed 3 colonies," Dr. Lee added. She had become the keeper's favorite student after Hannah. "The space engines are being tested too," Ji-Woo said over the radio from the orbital station. "We should have faster ships within a year." The keeper made its happy humming sound. Its knowledge was helping others. Its people's wisdom lived on. Admiral Choi's voice came through the communication system. "Miss Kim, I have news. The Galactic Council wants to meet the keeper. They're calling you the first official human-alien relations specialist." Hannah smiled. She was no longer expendable. She was essential. "What do you think?" she asked the keeper. "Want to meet more people?" Keeper's scales showed curious yellow patterns. After 1,000 years alone, it was ready to make new friends. "Tell them yes," Hannah said. "But they come in peace, or they do not come at all." "Understood," Admiral Choi said. "Miss Kim, you've saved more than just this mission. You showed us a better way." Hannah looked at the keeper, at the peaceful graves, at the thriving research station. She had come here expected to die. Instead, she had found her life's purpose. The monster had never been a monster at all. It had been a lonely being waiting for someone to understand. And sometimes, understanding was the greatest weapon of all.